Welcome back. My name is Mulligan and this is Frostpunk. This is one of those management games, survival aspect. We are managing some kind of colony that has to survive the cold of, I believe, a nuclear winter, something like that. We will see. Skeptics and governments continue to deny global cooling until their cities descend into anarchy and were buried in snow. So, climate change. Patients recover twice as fast in an infirmary as they do in a medical post. So I do know a little bit about the game. I saw some preview builds. Someone play it. I'm not influential enough to get preview builds. So yeah, I'm excited to see what we can do. Hopefully not kill everyone.
A still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow. And with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
Okay, so it got cold out of nowhere, more or less, and we tried to find a place where we could survive, and we found one giant generator, I guess. So let's see, a new hope. We fled from London, so we are in the island of Great Britain, and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. Not anymore in this Great Britain, what? Maybe the sea of snow? Who knows? On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should accept the worst, now that the world as we know it has crumbled. We have to survive. There we are. So this is our generator in a nice little area. Nope. Okay, I skipped something I wanted to change. Audio. Boop, boop, boop. Never mind, not here. Disable graphics. So yeah, so there's no subtitles, which is strange, but okay. So this is our little area. First off, we pause. So this is a management game. We have some temperature. This is all I know. We have our resources, coal to get the generator started, wood to build stuff, the same with steel, steam cores, this is for more advanced stuff, food naturally, and food rations because raw food is not too good to eat. And we have a little timer here with a temperature drop, so every now and then temperatures will drop. They will go up too, I guess. And yeah, you see, ooh, that is really fast, which we probably can't change either. Nope, okay. So I guess we need generators off. We probably need coal in operative. The heat of the city, the heart of the city, heats the circular zone around it and powers all steam hubs connected to it. If it shuts down, all heat zones disappear after a few hours. So we have to get this running, always. We have 80 homeless. These are our 2 bars. Discontent can rise and hope can fall. Constructions. So we have some worker and engineers. Engineers are more or less the more advanced people. So this is wood, this is... Okay, this is coal. So getting a bunch of worker onto coal efficiency. Efficiency breakdown, 1 employee delivers 7%. So with 15 guys we get 100% efficiency. Now how many guys do we have? We have 50. Unemployed, 35 worker and 15 engineer. And 15 children. That will be interesting later. So I would say we are going to get some wood and some iron, which leaves us with 5 more, which we will put on some more coal. So we have our stockpiles as always. You have stockpiles. And we can build stuff like tents, a cookhouse, a hunter's hut. So base heating level 2. So I believe the base heating level means how much heat they themselves produce. So if you have base heating level 1, if you have them in the inner circle, in the heat zone, everything is good. But outside that, they get cold easily. We have a gathering post from nearby coal. Okay. Capacity for chosen resource. So this would be a pretty good idea, I believe, to have somewhere. So they don't have to go back and forth. How much is it costing us? A bit of wood, bit of steel. But I would say we need 2 of these. Want to get some housing done. Okay, we don't have enough wood, then I would guess we remove 1 and build our first hunter's hut, but outside, like here, because we don't need to warm that. Now we are out of wood, so we need to make streets. Oh no, it is connected by a street. The green area here is a street, I believe. Seems like it is connected, so we can let the game run. We do have 5 guys are working here. We have a couple engineers. Tutorial summary. Hunters leave the city to hunt in the Frostland for food. They work from 6 PM until 6 AM. So in the night, okay. Initially they bring about up to 15 units of raw food from each hunt. Research upgrades to significantly increase hunt yield. 15 raw food per day, camera controls, WASD, scrolling, and or Q&E. So you see my guys going around working. Here we have Clarence Bertie, no risk of getting ill. is home at the big reactor and has a little wood crate. And has a spouse, which is working on the coal place. Temperature at workplace is chilly, which is probably everywhere. So we can't really get this one running. Or we can, because we now have a little bit cold. So steam level 1. Temperature. Resource management is crucial to the city's survival. You need coal to power the generator. Wood and steel are necessary for construction and research. Steam cores are a key part of advanced buildings. Raw food is used to prepare food rations in the cookhouse. Later in the game, more types of resource may appear, as you see down here, which I believe is oil and I don't know what else. Most buildings require you to assign people to work there. Certain buildings only employ engineers and others only employ workers. To assign people to work, click on a workplace and use the assignment panel. Temperature. The temperature inside a building depends on the power setting of the generator. If the building is in a heat zone, that building's insulation and the conditions outside, there are 6 temperature levels: comfortable, livable, chilly, cold, very cold, freezing. Keeping homes and workplaces as warm as possible helps prevent people from getting ill. Some workplaces might become inoperative if the temperature falls too low. So we got some coal, we got some other stuff. So we are getting some food, but we definitely need to get a cookhouse to prepare some meals. Because food is nice and all, but we definitely want to get some good food, some cooked food going, increasing our hope or removing discontent, one of the two. We have economy, nice. So for people that like this, our coal gain is 240 a day and our consumption is only 44, which means we can remove those and get some more wood, because we need some wood to get, oh, this is for later. We need more wood, so we get a little bit surplus of 30 or so coal a day. We need a little bit more wood to get those buildings up and running, like the cookhouse, which is bigger, building it here. And we need some people to work in here, which only worker can do. So what I mean, we could reduce some. The problem is coal is too important, so let's not reduce the coal. Let's reduce a little bit steel. Steel doesn't seem too much. We don't need too much steel right now. Maybe food and hunger. The cookhouse prepares meals for people. It produces 2 food rations from 1 unit of raw food, so efficient. Raw food is provided by hunters in hothouses and is sometimes found by scouts during their exploration. When there are no food rations to be had, people will start eating raw food. Number of hungry people: 15 raw food per day, 30 raw food per day, the hothouse, nice. And 2 food rations per raw food, so we get like 30 food rations per day, I would guess. If both of them are fully functional, which is doesn't have to be the case. So we need the workshop. This is for researching lab equipment with everything an engineer needs to develop designs for various buildings, technologies and improvements. So we need that. That is the most important next. So we are going to reduce some more steel and get some people over here. What we can do, we can put them in here and get some engineers going. So they make 4 food rations from 2 raw food per hour. They work like, I believe, 10 hours, so they make 40 food rations per day. We probably can look at that here. So daily gain is 15 over here, and we don't really have any information here. We gain 30 food rations per day, but we consume 80. That is not good. That is definitely not good. So we do have the Book of Laws. So this is the Book of Laws. So we can decide stuff as we can decide one new legislation per day. Some of them are one way or the other. So we could say we feed only soup. People don't like soup, but we reduce food, our decrease of food rations. Hope will fall. Discontent will rise. Eating soup, but we get more food because more people with the same amount of raw food. So we just have more food. Or food additives. We can add sawdust to meals to make them more filling, which naturally has the problem that they could get ill. So we can get fighting arenas, so people have some stuff to do, emergency shift. Sometimes we have to concentrate on a task at hand at the cost of everything else or die. After introducing this law, another one can be passed after 18 hours. You can force workers in any facility to work for the next 24 hours. Using the emergency shift will raise discontent. And one of the big things, we can decide, and I want to do this now, because at some point you will be asked. We can decide, should children be able to work? We can decide child labor, safe jobs, quote. There aren't enough hands to do all the work. Which is true. We will allow children to be employed in safe workplaces like cookhouses or hut houses. Children can work in safe workplaces. Hope will fall slightly. Shield workers can be injured in accidents. Or we can say shield settlers. Children will be safe if they stay in child shelters during the day and they won't cause any mischief. After introducing this law, another one can blah blah. We can build child shelters. Hope will rise. Provides all children with a place in a child shelter. Gives a permanent hope bonus. You will have to build the buildings. And then we have some changes here. It seems we can get children to work everywhere, or we can get them to be medic apprentices and engineer apprentices. Yeah. So the one I saw playing this, they decided children should work. I'm going to decide differently, just to get some changes going. Now this means we do need, first off, we are going to get one of these. We need some research. So this one doesn't have a road, which we are going to connect. Bam. Boop. We are out of wood. Roads do take up wood, I believe. Don't know how much. Doesn't really tell me. So fight the code. We need a stockpile of coal. We have some quests down here. And child shelter, we need one of these to fulfill the mission. They cost 20 wood, 5 steel, which we should be able to get at some point. And we get some food rations. Let's go back and check. We don't really have a daily gain for our cookhouse. Huh. Because our food rations are going up. So I don't know, are we getting enough food or not? We're definitely not getting enough wood, that is for sure. Oh. I put them off wood instead of iron. No wonder we are not getting any wood. Now we are getting wood. We have workforce.
The shift is ending.
Okay, controlling time. You can speed up time by clicking the game button, setting menu, blah blah blah. Sure, we are doing that. Construction. Use the construction menu at the bottom to order constructions, which we can. Building inside the heat zones are warmer and provide better living and working conditions. To make the best use of the heat zones, buildings are placed on a radial grid. All buildings must be connected to the generator by a street in order to function. Valid, invalid, conditional placement. The generator is the heart of the city of heat in this frozen hole. You should turn it on as soon as stockpile of coal. The generator heats the circular around it, consuming at least 6 units of coal per hour. You can research generator controls that raise the heat output, expand the heat zone, and reduce coal usage. Use the workshop to develop new tech buildings and improvements. You can boost research speed by building several workshops. Workshop 1, 100% research speed. 2 workshops, 130. So more than one workshop is really inefficient. Research is grouped in tiers. You have to research a tier upgrade before you can start researching technology in that tier. Work for some buildings, such as the medical post or the workshop, require intense mental labor from the people employed there, and as such can only be staffed by engineers workers. Only provide manual labor. Shadowing can't be employed at all initially. You can check your workforce distribution by clicking on the icon on the bottom right, which we did. So we are going to get some at this time of the day. Research goal not set. So now we can go into research somewhere. Where do I get to research? Economy, book. Up here, no, that is the menu. Ooh, looking at all of this. Okay, we can alt. 100% efficiency, which is good. 0% for some reason. Do I just... oh, add new research. Okay, research tree. So research does cost stuff. As you see here, we need 20 steel to... no, 10 steel to start this research. 20 steel to build a steam hub. When powered by the generator, these contraptions create additional smaller heat zones around them. Each active steam hub consumes 3 coal per hour. Can get heater allows us to use heaters to heat workplaces during working hours. Each heater raises the workplace temperature by 1 level and only 1 coal, but per workplace. We can increase our level, which costs a lot. We definitely want a beacon. Allows us to send scouts to search the wilderness for goods and survivors and bring them to our city. Lookouts will also spot incoming groups of people, which is good. We can get better food gathering, resource gathering. A coal sample to get coal from below the ground. Sawmill turns frozen trees into usable materials. Steelworks extracts iron ore from deep deposits and processes, sure. And we can increase hunter, okay. We do not have any resource. Oh, we have some stuff. No roof over our heads. Captain, people are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They're falling ill from sleeping outside in this terrible cold. We'd better do something. So you do have decisions. We could just leave it be and go back later. We can say I will provide some shelter. We have to 2 days for getting shelter for 35 people, which will give us a little bit hope, or for all of them, which will give us a little bit more. Can I go back to that? I would guess so. Or maybe I said I can't right now, which would be bad. Yeah, lack of shelter. One request ignored. Discontent is rising. The wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine. So if we get enough shelter, they will be fine. Okay, so we can toggle the temperature. So this one is livable, not too good. This one is comfortable, so they can't get ill. So the stockpiles are not too good. Tent is good. Cookhouse is a little bit low. But because Hunter's Hut and Workshop are level 2 heat zones, they provide a little bit heat themselves, which reduces the heat they need. Where are you going? Where exactly are you going? Alone in this world, lack of shelter, going to hunt. Oh, okay. Because it's hunting time. Oh, wait. So, no, this is the Hunter's Hut. Our cookhouse doesn't have any... Okay. Let's just fast forward, because we can't really do much in the night. Most of our resource gathering is not sick. What do you have? Resting, lack of shelter. This person is sick and will get worse if not treated properly. Doesn't have a... Cold homes or workplaces cause people to get sick. Without proper care, they can become gravely ill and might die. The sick can be treated in medical posts, but the gravely ill need an infirmary to be treated. Until you build one, you can save their lives by signing one of 2 laws. The radical treatment law allows you to treat the gravely ill in medical posts, but some of them will be left as amputees. The sustain life law allows you to keep the gravely ill alive but untreated in medical posts or care houses indefinitely. Can be kept alive when the sustain... Okay. So we can't get another law for the time being. But we probably need in medical post, which is more wood that we need. Which means we're doing fine. We are not going to get any more iron. You are only, or steel, you get a lot of wood. Day and night cycle. The city wakes up at about 6 o'clock. People have some free time until the work shift starts at 8, unless there's construction work to do. After they finish their shift at 18, they are free to help with construction again, which can keep them up well past midnight. You can extend the 10-hour work shift if you sign certain laws. Okay, shift time switch. Interesting. After signing the extended shift and emergency shift laws, you can extend your people's work time, which they will definitely like, because everyone likes to work. So we have to decide more tents or medical posts. We probably need more tents. So now we are getting prompted to choose a research. We don't have... All of this research is taking wood. And we don't have wood. Which makes the research thing pretty useless. But... I mean, no, I can put engineers to work on wood. And we need wood. We just need wood. That is the wrong... Now we have the button for research. We are getting a couple tents. One tent can hold like 10 units. A new law. So we can decide. So, because we signed the shelters law, we can now get apprentices. If you sign the other one, where children have to work, they cannot get trained into apprentices. You can only get child labor or jobs. So education is key. Let's teach our children medicine so they can help with the sick. After introducing blah blah. Children from shelters will help at medical facilities, raising their efficiency. Or workshops. So you can get engineers or medics. I want engineers. So this doesn't really get me any hope or reduce discontent. But... Alright, it's time for children to start earning their keep too. Not necessarily what I signed, but sure. Still getting a couple more tents. We need those. Hunter are coming back. Good. I'm clicking the wrong button. So this even has level 2 heat, which is good. So we get 4 more buildings, we need 3 more, then we are good to go on living spaces for now. We can research better building living spaces later. Family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they are still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we will send out. She urges you to hurry. So this is the beacon. With the beacon you can send out scout teams, which then try to find other people, which is pretty good. So we need 2 more. Oh, I'm always going to press that button. 1 more tent. And with that we have enough shelter for all our people. Which means... What is the problem? Could not resume production, requires raw food, which we don't have. Which means... Remove engineers. Put engineers in here. We don't need them to work there if we don't have enough food. I mean, they are just sitting around. You can research the balloon. Thingy beacon, whatever. In the meantime, we are getting enough for shield, shelter, child shelter, whatever. And our little area is getting up there. We definitely want a medical post too. So 25. Oh, come on. No. 2 more wood. 2 more wood. And we would have all the wood we need. And in the night we can always put them off and put them in our food making place. Bam. Everyone has a home. Discontent. Good. Children cared for. The shelter is ready and the children are safe inside. People can work without worrying that something will happen to their kids. Hope rises. We have space for 15 children, and we have exactly 15 children. So can I get them to work? Worker? Nope, nope, can't. They will someday. I don't really know what is the law really doing. Education is key. Children from shelters will help at workshops, speeding up research. So the workshop is... Okay. So there's another button you can press later, instead of only adaption. So research is increased, so your efficiency should be increased by a little bit. So you are not working here anymore, you are working here. Bam! Efficiency. So you see temperature will drop but will rise later. And our coal is running low. We need a couple more people to work there. But okay. So a lot of tutorial stuff at the beginning, as always in those games. So I will stop here. Next episode we will get our beacon up and running, and then we will go and scout, maybe. And we will get enough coal for the fight the cold. Especially because the cold drop will come later. So let's put some more engineers over here. So stay tuned, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.